What? No!
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and,
Do you think you could just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit!
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
I wouldn't trust having our back to her.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Besides,
Heart,
I get the feeling she's telling the truth.
nerves,
She needs us
heart,
alive.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
What?
What? Are you scared of turning your back to me? You don't have to be worried that I'm going to do something bad. You're too important to me now.
Heart, lungs,
Besides, what if I lost track of you and dropped the stairs on accident?
nerves,
I wouldn't want that to happen.
liver,
And I don't think you'd want that to happen either.
lungs,
So go.
She urges you forward, like one might a reluctant pet.
nerves, heart,
You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles, an uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
heart, lungs,
You're almost there.
nerves, heart, lungs.
The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement. It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you.
Nerves,
Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here. The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust him.
I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
Yes, I remember. Of course I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This is so frustrating. Heart, lung.
Thank you. And you? You'd really rather us die down here than let her out? Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important, and you still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart. We did it. We actually did it.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Can she?
We've already seen how she can change.
In her final moments, the princess lunges forward, tackling you, and you both plunge into the endless abyss of her basement labyrinth. As you fall, you rip your blade from her chest, tightly clutching it in your hands.
Have fun falling forever. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She tears herself away from you and tumbles away into the darkness. You are alone, and you are falling forever. But you saved the world. You should be proud of yourself for seeing this through. Oh, I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. Are we really gonna fall forever? Can't you narrate us some stairs out of here?
But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? Now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us.
It means you're falling. Forever. No. You continue to fall. Forever's gonna end. No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. You continue to fall, and you will only continue to fall.
I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it?
What do you mean?
We still have a way out.
Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? That's a terrible idea.
Because right now, you don't want us to do that.
You're right. I don't.
But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care?
I just do. I value life.
Why?
What do you mean? Exactly. I don't like this, but
Here we go.
Oh, that's that hurt. You continue. I debate. What? Yeah, what the heart,
lungs, liver.
Oh, look at that. It's locked. What a relief for the world.
Liver, nerves,
It'll open. You just have to give it a tug.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
You pull against the door. The lock gently clicks open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
You're not nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you?
Heart,
Anyways, like he said, you're not really in control here, are you? I never said I was. If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her? I don't know. Secret reasons?
lungs,
The door is open. What are you dawdling for? It's time for us to go. The world is...
Shit. The princess moves past you and into the cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her. I thought you wanted us to slay her. It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over.
Okay, what do we do?
I said, what do we do?
Oh, do you want to hear from me now?
Yes,
Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic nervous system.
we do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust. Brain?
Heart,
Right, heart.
lungs,
Lungs?
liver, nerves.
Okay, thanks. I got it. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs.
You're terrible at this.
I know, but I'm doing my best.
Yes, it's very hard to stay focused on running things when other people are talking to you, isn't it?
What are you doing?
Heart, lungs,
Finally, I
liver,
can talk.
nerves.
Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of
Heart,
feels like popping in and out
lungs,
of consciousness. It's
liver,
easy to lose track of things.
nerves.
They were asking you for your blessing to trust me. Oh, that's right, yeah. Fuck this guy. Don't trust him. Really?
Heart,
So you'd have them trust
lungs,
her? Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it? I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down.
Thank you for your gracious show of support.
But that's a marginal preference.
Lungs,
We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact. Whatever. You heard what he had to say. So whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking. All right, I'm done. You can let me take over again.
lung. Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it.
Heart, lungs, liver,
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now. And I have to say my patience is running a little thin. So don't make a lady wait any longer. Open the door.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Your will concentrates into us. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
We did it. We actually did it.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're...
In her final moments, the princess lunges forward, tackling you. And you both plunge. The two of you fall. You rip your blade from her.
Have fun falling.
She tears herself away from you. You are alone. Oh, I can. But she was the one who controlled this. It means you're falling. You continue.
Forever's gonna know.
Office. What do you mean? We still have a...
You suggesting
That's a terrible idea, because right, you're right. But if we've already...
I just do.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
You're on a path in the wood. Shit.
Heart, lungs,
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cavern. You bastard. You've actually done it.
liver,
You've actually
nerves,
done it.
heart, lungs,
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Why is it so cold?
She's... This... It's cold.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, this one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home. We will meet again.
You're on a... You're here.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, 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 heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
What?
Heart,
I knew you'd come around.
nerves.
Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this... Do you think... With
Go
You're not... Right.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Are you serious?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission.
Nobody's happy here, but
liver,
maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
Heart, lungs.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see, like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth.
No.
Your...
No.
This...
Your shit. You should. Yeah. We're there. We come to one.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, but eventually you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place...
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, 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 heart, lungs, liver.
I tried to leave while you suffocated. Well, you died before I could get to...
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Why? We finally gained her trust. That took a lot of work. Sorry, boys. Looks like we've got our tiebreaker. Blade safely in hand, you turn it on the princess and drive it towards her heart. But her thistled prison proves to be an impossible obstacle, its thorns digging deeper and deeper into your flesh the closer you come to striking the fatal blow. Those damn vines are going to stop us just like they stopped her. Of course, like we should have expected it to turn out any other way. It's funny, really. I'm laughing. The tip of your blade only manages to touch her sternum before it stops moving entirely. A single drop of blood trickles down her chest as the two of you stare into each other's eyes. Come on, just push a little further. But you
I knew this was coming. I can't believe I ever let myself hope for better. This was always going to be us, wasn't it?
She's going there. But it feels so bad.
Flickering lights, an empty cityscape. Whenever you... This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore. I will long for you. We will meet again.
You're on a path.
Do you really think you can just wash your hands of all of this? Do you really think you can just leave me here?
This is even better than stabbing her. The same reward without any of that nasty effort. It's not even better. Putting off a choice is always worse than making a committed decision, especially when you already know the right answer. Almost feels like we're as bad as the powers that be. Is that all it really took to twist us into yet another tyrant? A single ounce of control? It sure feels like it. She looks so sad, bleeding and alone. And we're just turning our back on her. Oh, stop trying to bring morality into this. There are winners in life and there are losers, and what matters is that right now, we've decided to be a winner.
Like when This one, do not mourn her. There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depth. We will meet again.
You're on a path. Yes, what a good idea. Oh, so I can do whatever. Even see, yeah. Take the blade, and she flinched. She said, "Our blade didn't." The princess fall.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop us. We cut through those other vines, just... I'm not...
A few.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the... It feels so... We've already made...
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was...
Hands clasped.
What do we do now? Why?
Are you serious? This is before you're here. She no steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flat. Remember, she is... You're not. It doesn't matter what she is. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves.
I can hear your heart pound.
A shiver rushes up your... The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit, what do we do?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
At least she's upfront about her intentions.
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants. Just run for the blade upstairs and slay her with it. Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it. She is clearly not. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something. Sprint into the jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen. Why does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse. What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to. A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this. You're a little slow. Or maybe she's a little faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side. It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast?
You're bleeding now.
You instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips. A costly mistake. We can't make it again. We will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern. We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
Our game is nearing its end.
You have to. We at least have to make an opening. She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last. The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding. We're still alive. We owe it to ourselves to move. Once again, you narrowly avoid the full force of the impact, and once again you are too slow to come away unscathed. You're starting to get tired. You're making mistakes. This isn't working. We have to do something. We have to figure out a plan. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. We're trying, but we can't keep this up much longer. We have to. We keep up or we die.
You're getting slow.
She seizes the opportunity, lunging once again from the darkness, fangs bared and claws flashing. She attacks over and over and over, and each time she leaves with a little piece of you. Too tired to think, but we have to think. We have to move. It's too late. Before you get the chance to react at all, she makes her last foray from the dark corners of the room, unhinging her dripping maw. Her eyes. Partially? Yes, the princess fails to swallow you whole. She only swallows your lower body. That's just as bad. That's worse, even. It's death either way. At least this will be a faster end. You look down to see that the dirt between you is strewn with your intestines. trailing all the way up and disappearing behind her blood-stained teeth. Your legs are nowhere to be seen. You start to go into shock. The princess, bloody saliva dripping from her lips, idly gnaws on what's left of you as you rapidly fade away.
I didn't mean to do that. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Streamlabs und OBS haben mein Mikrofon irgendwie nicht mehr erkannt. Damn, war das jetzt die ganze Zeit schon? Ach no. Well, nothing I can do about it now.
You're on a path in the woods. That didn't work.
Okay.
We're going in with a plan this
Ist
time.
wieder anders.
Getting stuck in another loop, just acting on instinct. We're stuck in a big enough loop as it is. Instinct was keeping us alive until it wasn't. So what are we supposed to do? Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done. So you know more than you're letting on. Yeah, what he said. Of course I do, but believe me, it's in your best interests. The more you know about the princess, the more difficult your task will be. Why is that? Having me explain why would defeat the whole purpose. There are simply some things I'm not allowed to tell you. It's a hard rule. And whose rule is it? Who's telling you to boss us around? We've died twice already, and if you want us to stay alive this time, it's in your best interests to give us an edge. It's my rule, and this conversation is over.
Okay. Kevin is going to perceive if we just leave. Moment answers.
I've told you as much as I can without putting you at a disadvantage. If anything, I've told you too much. You've already died by her hands twice. You shouldn't need much in the way of motivation.
Proceed, turn around. What's the
She spent as
plan?
much time as she could in the shadows. So we're gonna draw her out. But she's fast. And she's clever. We're clever too. So this time we're not gonna let her cut off our escape. We're gonna lead her to the stairs ourselves. It'll be a lot easier to deal with her once we can actually see what she is. But you already know what she is. She's a princess. Yeah, right. A princess we couldn't see. And one that had big, sharp teeth, too. How about you stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing our job? Sharp teeth.
Ja. Okay, das ist
You're
wahrscheinlich.
right. This is different, isn't it? I'm starting to lose track of things myself. Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt. If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. So please, disavow yourself of the notion that you can just come back here and fix this place if you manage to make a mess, before that line of thinking leaves you yet another world in ruin. Though, as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you very much. Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you, and for the rest of existence. But especially for you. Clearly we're not getting anything out of him.
Okay. Naja, dann proceed to the cabin.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated
Erwachsen.
confrontation awaits. You know what to do.
Fühlt sich sehr jungly
Right,
an.
we've been over the plan. Goad her out of the shadows. Make her show herself. And what if she doesn't want to be seen?
Ich meine, hier ist Licht drin.
We'll figure out a way to make it happen. And if that doesn't make her any easier to fight, it will. It's always easier to fight what you can see, no matter how big or toothy she might be. The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings.
Das Interessante hier ist, es ist rund und von außen war es definitiv viereckig.
The blade is your implement.
Yeah,
There's a
I
way
need it.
forward. That mirror is blocked. What are you talking about?
No.
It isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us. Then either way, we need to investigate. Might as well get started.
Approach the mirror.
You really think being unarmed is best? I hope you know what you're doing. The steel claw makes us sloppy, too confident. We'll be faster without it. You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair. Haven't you been paying attention? We're not hesitating. This supposed hole is blocked by that old mirror. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves. You reach forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own. You step forward into the darkness. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mould and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound. The princess leaves your remark unanswered. See, she knows we have to be like her. Focused, present, patient. I suppose it'll take a little more than words to coax her out. Let's keep going. You put the voices to the back of your mind and proceed down the stairs. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. Stay on your toes. We take a step into the shadows, and as soon as she moves, we jump back, make her follow. From there, we trap her in the tunnel, draw her out of the cabin, whatever it takes to get her out of her element. Then we're safe.
We don't have to do
Doesn't
this.
respond. It seems that she thinks you do, in fact, have to do this.
Step into the shadows, ready to fight, step into the shadows and try to lure her out.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. That's right. Keep steady. Don't let your nerves get the better of you. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape. That's stage one. Now stay focused. You dive into the tunnel and begin scrambling up towards the cabin. You hear her behind you, claws raking at the dirt, chains rattling, breaths hot and heavy with the effort of the ascent.
But the sounds are coming slower now, the breaths pained and stuttering. You no longer sense frantic motion behind you in the tunnel. You risk a glance. She is a broad and sickly creature, her withered and emaciated flesh clinging to bones too large to fit in the narrow space. She managed to squirm her way into the tunnel in pursuit, but now she's stuck, incapable of either moving towards you or returning to the open darkness of the basement below. So that's what she's become. She wasn't like this when we started. Was she? No, she wasn't.
Looking at her makes me feel sad.
Yeah, now that we can see her, she doesn't feel like much of a threat at all. Her eyes look up at yours, wide, pleading. Come back, you can imagine them saying. Don't leave me here. But you shouldn't listen to the sad eyes of a vanquished enemy. She wants nothing more than to change places with you. If you want us to ignore her, then why would you tell us any of that wide-pleasing eyes begging for mercy business to begin with? All it does is make us feel conflicted. I'm merely describing things as they are. It's not my fault that her eyes had something to say, even if that something was a ploy, which, if I might stress, I pointed out to you. What should we do about her anyway? Can she still end the world like this?
She hurts. We should help.
Maybe we should try and talk to her. This is a good opportunity for information. We shouldn't waste it. That's a terrible idea. She doesn't know anything. She hasn't even said a word since you got here.
Vielleicht kann sie tatsächlich gar nicht mehr reden. Let's talk.
You cautiously make your way closer to the princess, her eyes avoiding yours with the silent resignation of a defeated predator.
Oh. Okay. Nichts mehr?
And there's that...
Okay, mirror. Huh. Shit to the cabin.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am whenever you are ready.
Ja.
This one is consumed by instinct. A predator pushing those around her to adapt. She will make for a bold heart. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself. But she is only a voice. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater. I will long for your return. We will meet again.
You're on a pub.
Okay. We can do... Okay. So nothing is...
The princess leads. I suppose it'll take a little more than words. You put the voices to the back of your mind at the basement. Stay on your toes.
Okay. Ich frage mich, ob sich jetzt was ändert, wenn ich sie anders approache. No. Okay. Sie anders zu approachen macht es anscheinend nicht anders.
You say nothing. Maintain the basement. Stay on your toes. She doesn't respond. I assume that means her answer is yes.
Okay, I'm ready for a fight. Without blade, though.
Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike. We're screwed. I know. This wasn't part of the plan. We were supposed to come down here prepared with a weapon and... Oh, what's the use? Barely out the shape of teeth and eyes as the princess emerges, enormous maw gaping, ready to swallow you whole. And...
But he doesn't respond. Eyes glance at you from the untextured threads of a world unraveled. Am I free? They ask. Huh. Ah, mirror. Mirror. Gaze. I have grown. Wahrscheinlich bekomme ich wieder das gleiche. Vorsicht, was so?
This one is consumed by it. She wishes me
Ja.
to devour. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
Wahrscheinlich gibt es auch
We will
maybe
You're
achievement?
on the
No.
path.
Ja, take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
Wait. Oh. Ich bin am falschen. Ich bin eins früher.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left.
I can see.
She sounds impatient. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush. Remember, she's just a princess. She's gone. It doesn't matter what her shine.
I can hear your heart. I'm so much more than you. And a little.
A shiver rushes. Yes, shiver.
Okay, move.
You lunge to the side. In an instant, she's packed. Before you can blink, she's.
You're faster than you were before.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Ich save. Hier nochmal. Mich würde jetzt interessieren.
You cannot reason.
At least she's upfront about her intent.
I want to swallow you whole.
Don't ask. Is that all the advice you have? She's just up. She's coiling. We're on the back foot. It doesn't matter.
Ich mach einfach exakt das gleiche wie vorher. Ich will wissen,
Barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen. Why does anything kill anything?
I didn't say I
ob
was.
sich was ändert, weil ich jetzt die Waffe mitgenommen habe.
I don't question who I am or what I want. I simply do. To act is always better than to react. To do is always better than to watch.
I
I
don't
I'm
know.
saying this, but you do well to listen to her. Less standing around asking questions, more doing exactly as I say. A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this.
Stay alive. Wait for it to strike.
You're ready to snap. It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper.
You're bleeding.
You're in a costume mistake. We will make.
Our gift.
Okay, ich glaube.
Oh, for the love of. You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hate.
So many useless thoughts run through your head. Thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the mere. We're exhausted. We're still alive.
Okay, dann schauen wir mal.
Please don't quickly have your yes, it's dead. You look, the prince. We're not. But you don't. You must the only that
Take the blade. Turn around. Wipe it clean. Yes, and nothing can proceed.
Say nothing. Maintaining the silence as the basement is. Stay on your toe.
Seven Shadows ready to fight. Das ist, glaube ich, das Einzige, was wir machen können.
Out the shape of teeth and eyes as the princess emerges, enormous maw gaping, ready to swallow you whole. And
Jo. Okay, das ist exactly the same. Also einfach nur das Messer mitzunehmen bringt alleine für sich genommen nichts. Deswegen nehmen wir es jetzt einfach nochmal. Approach the mirror. Wipe it clean.
now it's gone.
I can.
You
Can
carefully
smell
make your way
so. Oh shoot, ich habe mich verdrückt. Well done.
Though you have
Let's
little room to move,
stick
use
ourselves
what
out.
strength you can muster to drive the blade forward into the thick walls of tissue digesting you.
I can feel you tearing through.
Your body is violently jostled.
The cage is still locked.
You slice again.
You can't hold me forever.
Though your body is dissolving, eroding into unrecognizable shapes, your will drives it forward. You have a target, and you will strike it. We're too late, aren't we? This isn't survival. This is spite. No, it's something better. It's fulfilling a noble destiny.
So you found a way to kill me. Then we'll die together. And I will see you again soon.
With those prophetic words, you do not draw another breath. Your body tangled and melting in the cooling folds of the princess's flesh. Everything goes dark, and you die. But at least you've saved the world. I hope.
We are a path in the
Huh?
woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watch. His gaze pushes against.
No, that's all wrong. That's not the princess. I think that's bad. Let's get our facts straight.
The thing that sits beyond our. He tries to stare with wide.
Shut up. The rest of you talk.
Okay, wir waren hier schon mal, aber ich bin mir gar nicht mehr sicher, wie wir das erste Mal hergegangen sind.
I can hear everything, little one.
Oh, I like that. I don't feel so small anymore when you put it like.
That's because you aren't small, even if you act that way. We're both so much.
You're not mad at us for stabbing you in the heart?
No. Are you mad at me for swallowing you whole?
Ich glaube aber, der Dialog ist anders.
Nah, not really. It all seems so petty right now. She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
Oh ja, true, warte mal. Ich glaube, das Ending war tatsächlich auch, als sie uns gegessen hat, aber sie uns halt vollständig dissolved hat. Jetzt hat sie uns gegessen und wir haben ihr Herz zuvor abgestochen und sie hat uns aber trotzdem dissolved.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Mhm.
We push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
Jesus, ja, keine Ahnung, no. Freedom. Embrace your
You
transformation.
fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries. We just need to find the right place to be at the right time. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same.
Menacing.
What is he going on about? What does he know about us? You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end. This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible. All he has are words, and words aren't real. That's right, I know a loser when I see one. Call his bluff.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
I trust you.
You won't find anything if I have to starve you. If I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
But you find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under the pressure of your consciousness, flattening against it.
Move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this right now. I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it and free us all.
Shatter the cage.
No, stop!
Whoa. Okay. But his priest disappears at the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gazes through the tiniest hole in the world at the place you need to be.
Job well done, team. Just like I'd planned.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
Kennt man da irgendwas? Ich mein, puh. Ist nicht viel.
It's beautiful. We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are. We won't be whole.
And then it's
Where
gone.
did it go? Why is everything so cold?
Oh, the mirror again. Where the cabin approach.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. This one is like a shadow play, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for. I will log. We will meet again.
The network world.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
Okay, aber eigentlich wollte ich.
She's back. You the jump.
Ich wollte moven.
You love it before you
Und run for the stairs? Maybe?
She's right there. We have to wait for an opening.
There's an opening.
She'll kill us if we try and run past her.
Ja, okay, gut, das lassen sie mich nicht mal.
Oh, for the love of... You've given up the...
So many. And you bear your weakness to the world.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps... It doesn't matter if it keeps us up.
Wait for her to strike and hit her back. Boop, 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 boop. Ja, probieren wir's mal.
We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive. If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten her with her blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you. You're sent sprawling and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness. Ha! Look at that! We wounded her, and she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught. By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor. The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die. You're on... Yeah, we are. You spread out and we're going to... Keep...
Führt das jetzt zum gleichen?
You must... I don't... The empty of the taste, not hear that. Yes. You have is. You bring your fist crashing down into the open hole leading to the basement, throwing yourself off balance and tumbling headlong into the pitch black. If there were once stick smell as you crawl, stay quiet. You say nothing. The basement is dark and cavern. It doesn't matter if we come.
Ja, im Prinzip können wir mal gucken.
Near silence, but quick to react. I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that
Oh, I didn't expect this.
she'll doubt her every move now. You don't have long before she lunges again, re-engaging with even more ferocity than before. But that voice in your head wasn't wrong. Within that ferocity, there is also hesitation. Not much, but enough. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your heart. Then all reaches a climax. And...
Okay. Ich habe jetzt nicht damit gerechnet, dass es sich verändern wird. Ich glaube aber hier wird es nicht anders werden. Ja. Definitive Universal.
This one is consumed by
Predator.
this. She wishes me do not mourn her,
Jo, okay.
for she is part of something
Wieder
utterly
wahrscheinlich.
beyond again.
Ja, okay.
You're on a path.
Da frage ich mich jetzt. Check the blade. Oder the basement. Move. Ja. Ja. Was ist das? Du. Ich glaube, ich take the blade trotzdem mit. Professional. Ja, aber bitte clean. Say nothing. Step into the shadows and try to lure her out.
Step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide, despite what?
You're gonna turn around the second she runs for us. You'll get us killed, you pathetic fool.
There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator,
Stop it! Fight her!
the conflict in your heart, though usually of little consequence, slows you down just enough. You don't make it into the tunnel before you feel her hot breath at your back, rushing up your spine and closing in on your neck as her teeth press into your skin. Death. Again.
Aha. Okay. Okay, das ist aber, glaube ich, wieder das gleiche.
This she would do not mourn her.
Okay, ich hab's schneller
Something
durchgelesen.
greater. I will long rewind again.
Stupid.
You're on a
Mhm. Macht es dann einen Unterschied, wenn ich Blade dann da nicht mit einem...
You get the chance. Her sh- you whirl.
You cannot.
She's spoiled the paper. This isn't if we
That-
she rears you by the princess. Got you. Got great. And now he
Mhm.
on its head. The tape's not here. I don't know what you the steel you have is. You read, see, you sniff the tape. You say the there. He's about to strike with the near silence of a determined predator.
Stop it!
Aha.
Heart, though usually of little
Okay.
consequence.
Okay, dann haben wir das soweit erledigt. Das heißt, ich kann ihn nicht so machen. Aber ich nehme das mal erstmal mit. Gehe wieder ins Basement.
You the jump.
Move wieder. Ja, muss ich zweimal mit dir reden wahrscheinlich. And then play that.
Playing dead. It's unexpected. It could work. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you collapse to the ground, feigning death. She lands directly on top of you with her full weight, nearly crushing you into the dirt, but then silence, only broken by the sound of your beating heart. That actually worked, didn't it? Only, what do we do to make her leave? Do we just keep playing dead? She sniffs at you, shifting her weight uncomfortably as her face finds yours. Her breaths are hot and oppressive against your skin.
Have you seen my great big eyes? Because they see you, fledgling. They see your heartbeat pulsing in your throat.
Move, now! But it's too late for you. Guess, unfortunately for you, no. You are in a dark and caustic place. The liquid,
When I killed you,
the flesh around you
But you don't belong down here.
stops. Her chain,
But even then, it did not.
gravity,
And I.
you all that.
Oh, can I?
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step, and then another, and then it's gone quiet, hasn't it?
You can feel it churning in the foam around you, and then a wet tunneling before you are ejected to a place that is nowhere at all.
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you. This place is cold.
Didn't expect it.
Is that a...
Oh god. See how you've grown. Wahrscheinlich.
This one is she wishes me to
Yeah.
do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater. We will meet again.
You're on a path.
Okay. Then once again.
I can.
Do move.
You cannot read.
Should I wait for the Play Dead and Stand Still, glaube ich, macht im Prinzip das gleiche. Hä? Ich wollte jetzt eigentlich jetzt die Preferences.
I acted on my will. I'm so very.
Your body is
The cage is still.
I don't think we can talk. We are drowning
Okay. Well, yes,
in an act of spiteful defiance. You pull your weapon to your throat, your shaking, ulcerous hand clenched tight around its hilt. And then you draw it across your bubbling veins. A waste of a good life. It's better than giving in to her. But in the end, the opinions of stray voices mean little in the grand scheme of things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, the what?
We are his gaze push.
No, that's not... that's bad. Let's get our fact...
He tries to stay.
Shut up. We're part...
I can hear.
It shouldn't. We're still... I guess she ate you.
He doesn't.
Why should anyone do anything right now? Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me?
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now?
Das hab ich schon gehabt, ja.
I feel a thumping, like a distant terror that keeps...
Please, stop. If you
Don't look at it!
Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down.
No, you can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
The past doesn't have to exist. Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
Turn inward and find your freedom.
You fall in...
We can change.
We don't need to be everyone. You'd do... What is it?
Ja, das ist das Gleiche. Und ich glaube,
This...
dass es hier nur zwei verschiedene Endings gibt. Dieses hier
No, no.
Is
There's...
where
und wenn es auseinandergerissen wird.
Is that a... This...
Mhm. Mhm.
like when This one is like a shadow of me. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for. I won't be lonely again.
Okay. I'm... Okay. War ich hier nicht gespeichert?
You cannot.
Oh, she's coiling. We're on the back. He doesn't. You spring to a new patch of jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her. Yes, now's our chance. Quick. And then what? We need a plan. We need to figure out something. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. As you turn to sprint for the stairs, you feel the air shift. The instinct was too quick. I guess that's it then. Unfortunately for you, no. You are in a dark. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep.
When I
The gravity.
and I
All we
Okay, das wird nichts ändern. Aber...
you cannot.
She's got the pain.
Nee, survive nochmal. Mach das. Mach
If you
das.
want.
She's tickling. Flee. We can't.
Survive run for the stairs. Wait for it. Play that. Stand still. Play that. Wait for it.
This isn't going to work. If we keep dodging her for as the princess looks,
That hurt.
she rears back and collapses by the princess.
Okay, ich glaube...
You don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death. Because everything goes dark. And you die. Great. And he... Coward. Turning our back to her. Always a mistake. Are you serious? Fine, you walk away from the cabin. See how that goes for you.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we? A dark place. Thoughts like us shouldn't be here.
I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did you listen? No.
The world around you is unwound. It's physical matter replaced by textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Indulgence pulls louder as something other comes close. You already know what the wells and empty spaces. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I'm unfinished. Resistance. Fingers draw claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us. If it doesn't bring more gifts. Ach, wir sind jetzt von der Entity gefangen genommen worden, die die Princess normalerweise immer fängt. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here.
Interesting. So, jetzt mir überlegen. Ich glaube, ich habe hier alle meine Optionen tatsächlich schon durch. Eigentlich. Obwohl, kann ich sie einmal wunden und dann weglaufen?
You can't.
This isn't if we just the princess.
That
She really provided the princess.
Ach man.
But she got
Aber es endet hier. Es endet hier. Jetzt gedacht, dass wir vielleicht... Wo habe ich hier gespeichert?
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me,
Oh
right?
Gott.
It's boring if you leave.
Ja, ist fein.
At least you know. And okay, use
Ja,
it
okay, das
I'm going.
with a
hatten wir
sweat.
schon.
Everything goes dark. You're on. No. No, the circle. Oh, great. This. No, that's. We take this. That's what it is.
Das hatte ich, glaube ich, schon.
Let's just. You step forward. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of.
She's thinking actually nothing bad. Plenty the past. She's loose.
Ja, okay, das hatte ich auch schon alles. Ich denke, ich werde aber sowieso jetzt den Stream erstmal beenden. Und dann... Ja, und dann mal schauen, was ich jetzt nächstes versuche.